TV 23 KDGL. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV 23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi everybody, welcome to High Plains Today on TV 23. Today is Monday, it's August 17th, 2015. On today's show, I'll be joined by Toni Smith. She's the director at Baker Arts Center in Liberal, and they're going to have a beer and barbecue event coming up this weekend. Now, let's take a quick look at some news. Well, with Phase 1 of Liberal's USD 480 school bond project well underway, Phase 2 is nearing startup. After an update from J.E. Dunn's Lee Moore regarding the budget for Phase 2, several questions were raised after the report seemed to indicate the project was over budget. The entire bond project was approved for $127 million, and at last week's USD 480 school board meeting, representatives of J.E. Dunn Construction alluded to being $1.2 million over expectations after receiving bids from subcontractors. But that does not mean that the bond project is over budget, and the construction company will continue to work within the approved constraints of the bond project. A man charged in connection with the alleged murder of a Liberal woman earlier this year was arraigned Friday in Seward County District Court. District Judge Brad Ambrosier, along with prosecuting and defense attorneys, have set the trial for 35-year-old Foster Everett for the week of November 30th through December 4th. Now, that date came after many dates prior to the one were considered, but all found either Ambrosier or at least one of the attorneys with other cases to handle. Now, the date is still within the 120-day time period required for a speedy trial, a right guaranteed under the U.S. Constitution. TruStar Energy, a national leader in development of compressed natural gas fueling infrastructure, is excited to announce the grand opening of the CNG Energy LLC's public natural gas fueling station in Liberal. Now, TruStar Energy was contracted to build the station earlier this year with a specific goal of supporting the growing need for CNG fuel for fleets operating out of Liberal, the surrounding southwest Kansas area, and the Oklahoma Panhandle. Now, TruStar Energy then worked with Black Hills Energy to make the station a reality. The station features 2 covered and lighted fueling islands that can accommodate both large commercial vehicles as well as small private vehicles. And the YMCA of Southwest Kansas has hired a new branch executive director, Dwayne Donaldson, for the Dodge City Family YMCA. Now, Donaldson was promoted from within as the interim director. He was hired as the interim branch director on May 27th, and he began those duties immediately. He accepted the promotion at the branch board meeting, and he began his duties as the branch executive director also immediately. And Quint Asper is coming back to Dodge City. Okay, so the actor who played Quint Asper will be joining other famous Gunsmoke alum as the show celebrates its 60th anniversary next month in Dodge City. That actor is Burt Reynolds. Now, Reynolds is famous for his roles in Deliverance, The Longest Yard, Smokey and the Bandit, and Cannonball Run, just to name a few. He was on Gunsmoke from 1962 to 1965, playing a half-Indian named Quint Asper, who later became the town's blacksmith. According to Reynolds representatives, he's never been to Dodge City. And the Kansas Department of Health and Environment on Saturday rescinded a boil water advisory for the public water supply for the city of Dighton. Laboratory testing samples collected Tuesday from Dighton's water supply indicated no evidence of contamination, and all other conditions that place the system at risk of contamination have been resolved, according to the KDHE officials. Now, the boil water notice was implemented Tuesday after water was turned off for 90 seconds following a water main break. The notice was issued because of a chance of contamination existed. And finally, more than 50 private schools across Kansas, most of which offer religious education, have signed up for the state's controversial new tax credit to fund private school tuition for children from low-income families. Critics question the constitutionality of a program they say drains state coffers to support schools in violation of the separation of church and state. Now, under the new tax credit law passed in 2014, corporations can donate scholarship dollars for disadvantaged children who otherwise would attend one of 99 public schools targeted for their low scores on standardized math and reading tests. Now, the businesses can subtract 70% of their donations from their tax bills. And that's just a look at some of the things that are happening around the area. Stick around. I'll be back with a look at weather after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV 23 with host Chris Jewell. TV 23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here. 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 And here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. It's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And welcome back as we look to the northeast on the TV 23 tower cam. As you can see, it's pretty sunny out there, but clear off up there to the north. You can see a few high clouds hanging around. Let's take a look at current conditions here at the station. 73 degrees, relative humidity is a sticky 82%. Winds are out of the southeast at 8. Barometric pressure is 29.82 and falling. Looking at our current temperatures around the region, as you can see, the hot spot is Medicine Lodge with 81, Hayes at 79, everybody else in the lower to mid 70s. Looks like Liberal is the cool spot at 70. Looking at our current dew points, hopefully they're on the fall. We're looking at everybody pretty much in the mid to lower 60s. And then looking at our wind speeds, no report from Garden City, Perryton, or Pratt. Everybody else pretty much out of the east-southeast. Guymanal, however, out of the southwest. Looking at our almanac yesterday from the Garden City Regional Airport, high yesterday 93 degrees, record 106 back in 1983. The low was 66 last night, that record 54 back in 1994. They had 45 100s. Now that wasn't just yesterday, that was over the entire weekend in Garden City. As you can see, they're up to 3/4 of an inch for the month. Looking at our forecast coming up, we do have a 20% chance of showers. Now that's going to start this afternoon and build over into the early evening. And the high we're going to call for today, 88 degrees. Winds will be out of the south-southwest at 11. Then that chance of rain sticks around tonight. There could be, some of these could be severe, but they're going to be hit and miss, maybe a little hail in with some of them. 65 degrees for the low. Winds are going to switch around the east-southeast at 16. Tomorrow, chance of rain still sticking around. 50% chance, 85 for the high. Winds are going to be out of the south-southwest. We're going to be switching around to the east later on in the day. And then tomorrow night, a little taste of fall coming as a cold front starts to slide down across the state. 30% chance of rain. Low is going to be 54. Mostly cloudy. Winds will still be out of the south-southeast. Taking a look at our 7-day, as you can see, 88 today, 85 tomorrow. Then it cools off to 74 on Wednesday. That will be nice. Got a couple of lows in the mid-50s. Otherwise, everything is going to be in the 60s. Stick around. We'll be back with the markets right after this. Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV 23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
This is the place.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. People are people around here. That's how it is. It's so clear. Letting it show. I've been around the world, only to find what I already know. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah. This is the place.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
And welcome back to TV 23 right here on High Plains Today. I am now joined on set by Toni Smith. She is the director of the Baker Arts Center in Liberal. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good.
Absolutely great.
How are things at Baker Arts?
They are moving fast and furious.
Fast and furious.
We are busy, and we love it. The reason I'm here today is we are getting ready to host a barbecue cook-off and our annual beer tasting.
Annual beer tasting. I like the sounds of that.
Yeah, we do too. We have had the beer tasting probably now for, I'm going to say 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
We usually have it in the summertime, late summer, early fall. But this year we decided to do a barbecue cook-off with it. So it's a competition. So anybody out there that would like to show off their barbecue skills, there is judging, but it is not a sanctioned barbecue competition as far as that goes. This is just friendly with...
We're not going to see any of this on Food Network.
No, we are not. I hope not anyway.
Well, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
Well, no, I mean, it might be good coverage for us, but I don't think it's going to be that.
The big thing is, though, this is going to be this Saturday, the 22nd, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
At the Baker Arts there give me the address.
624 North Pershing
North
Avenue.
Pershing and 7th, and you can't miss it.
No, and we're having it outside in our big back
You have a
park
big
area.
You have
we
a
do.
big backyard.
And it's really nice. We've held several things there this summer, and it's been nice to get the community involved. And with it being outdoors, I think more people do come.
Okay.
Anyway, you can bring your barbecue grill, the only thing we will not allow is you to dig a pit. So you can't dig a pit in the yard, but you can bring any kind of cooker you want.
So if somebody shows up with a backhoe and wants to cook a pig in the ground, that's
not going to happen.
Okay.
No, that's not going to happen. No. They actually can come, start cooking at 8 o'clock on Friday evening. The meat has to be inspected before. So there are some rules and regulations to the barbecue competition. The next day, I mean, they can cook it all night if they want to. If they have recipes that only take a couple hours, it doesn't matter to us when they show. But as long as the judging starts at 4 on Saturday afternoon.
Okay. Now, do you have anybody signed up for that yet?
We do. We have some people already signed up, but we would love to have a bunch more. That's a big backyard.
It is a big backyard.
We want to fill that backyard.
You do. Beer, barbecue in the backyard at Baker Arts. That's a lot of bees.
Yes, it is.
You could probably go ahead and use that if you want. Backyard beer and barbecue. Okay, so let's get back to the beer tasting. Now, you've had this for a few years.
Yes, we have.
Okay, so you have what, several sponsors that are going to bring in the beers?
Yes. Rafter J Liquors, they're in Liberal. Western Beverage Distributors, Glacier Distributors, and Southwest Distributors. So they're all coming. We are actually putting a huge 20 by 30 tent in the backyard, and we will have tables and all of our distributors and the beer tasting, and we're just going to have a great time.
Okay, so at the beer tasting, now are they just going to be able to sample a little of everything?
Yes.
You just get a little.
Yeah, they can sample as many times or what they want, what they like. That begins at 7 o'clock on Saturday evening, and of course there is a charge to get into all of this. You know, it is a fundraiser
well, of course,
for the Arts Center.
It's a fundraiser for Baker Arts.
That is correct.
Cripes.
That is correct.
Okay.
So it is $20 for members.
Okay.
$25 for non-members.
A still pretty good deal for barbecue and beer.
Yes, because they're going to be able to taste all of the barbecue. And then Baker Arts is actually fixing all the fixings to go with the barbecue. So there will be some added things there to eat. And, you know, that's a fun Saturday night to have barbecue and beer. So,
Okay. So do you know like how many beers you're going to have? No. Okay.
I don't have a clue.
Okay. Because all these distributors are going to bring in all kinds of different
Yes.
beers. And I
Yes.
suppose in this day and age, with all the craft beers and those types of things that
Imported. I mean,
there's-
and last year we had so many. I mean, and there's so many names. I can't even pronounce them, which is not uncommon for me anyway. But yes, there will be a lot of beer there.
Okay. So it's $20 to get in. If you're a member of the Baker
you're a member
Arts,
of the
and
Baker Arts
$25, you just show up and say, here's my $25, let me in.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the barbecue part of this whole deal. Now, how did you come up with that idea to add? I know it just kind of flows right in there, but how did you come up with that?
Well, in the years past, we've done different things with the beer, but not to this extreme. And so there again, it's, the wheels start turning. What can we do? How can we get more people involved and more people to come? And so we thought, what about a barbecue competition, which, barbecue and beer kind of go together anyway, as you said. So in years past, we've done beer rocks and beer. We've done hot dogs and beer. But that's just been, right there. We've fixed everything. And we thought to get the community a little more involved with the Art Center, because we are seeing that the Art Center is not known as a community center. So we are really pushing to get that known.
So, yeah, I mean, just because if you're not a member of Baker Arts doesn't mean you can't go there.
Exactly. And anytime anybody wants to come in, I mean, our exhibits are free. They can
Yes.
come and visit. Workshops are at a very low cost for people and children.
You have a lot of kids' workshops
Yes,
that you
we
put on,
do.
too. So this beer and barbecue thing is going to help fund all that.
Exactly. Yes.
So that's the big thing, because you guys have 2 or 3 fundraisers a year, if I remember correct,
Yes, we
right?
do. Mhm.
You have this one, and then
The wine
You have the
tasting.
wine tasting, so you've got both spectrums there: beer, wine,
Exactly.
and
And then we have French Market and Night of Lights that
Yeah.
are 2 huge fundraisers that we have annually also.
Okay.
That are in November.
because people just don't realize that there isn't people just lining up saying, "Here's some money, Baker Arts, do your thing."
Exactly. And a lot of people don't realize that Baker Arts is a nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
It is privately owned. It's a foundation we struggle. That's just it,
Sure.
as a nonprofit. So you write grants, you fundraise, you do all these type of things as the beer and barbecue is.
That sounds
to keep
like
our doors open.
That sounds like a neat deal. So Saturday night, you're not doing anything. Get to Baker Arts. It's there at 7th and Pershing in Liberal. It's a big brick house looking deal with a giant backyard. Beer and barbecue sounds like it's going to be a good deal.
I think
All you
it's
gotta
going
do
to
is
be
$20,
fabulous.
$25. If you don't belong, it's going for a very great cause. Just show up.
Yes.
And-
Just
and-
show up. We'd
and-
love to
yeah.
have people.
And you might be tasting a beer that you go, I might want to buy that.
Well, in fact, actually, my husband and I are not beer drinkers at all, but a couple years ago, one of the distributors brought this frozen stuff that I just fell in love with. So
Okay, so see, there's
never
something
know.
there for everybody.
You are correct,
All
sir.
right, Tony, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
All right. And stick around. I'll be right back after this.
Are you tired of worrying about going over your cell phone data cap? Tired of surprise bills and text messages asking for more money? Stop the insanity. Switch to unlimited nationwide data from United Wireless. Switching is easy. Come in today and see for yourself. For a limited time, get free activation, up to $200 per line bill credit, and save on the latest smartphones. See how much you can save with unlimited nationwide data from United Wireless. See store for details.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here. here, here, and here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 home runs. Number 50,000 is back in the
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And welcome back. Beer and barbecue. Man, now I'm kind of hungry. Jason Day finally broke through and won his first major. Now, no more what ifs from the kid from Australia. In breaking through, he went where no other golfer had gone before. His 20-under score to win the PGA Championship yesterday set a new major record in relation to par. And Tim Tebow got a warm Philly welcome. Boy, that's hard to believe in Philly. Tebow threw for 69 yards and ran for a touchdown in his first game in 2 years. Kenjon Barner returned a punt 92 yards for a touchdown and ran for a score later on, and the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Indianapolis Colts 36-10 yesterday. I know it's only preseason. And hitting with 2 outs with runners on base in a key situation doesn't bother Kendrys Morales. He just focuses on getting a good swing, and Morales had an RBI single with 2 outs in the 10th inning to lift the Kansas City Royals to a 4-3 victory over the Los Angeles Angels last night. Now, that's kind of a quick look at scores, looking around. Hey, looking at the weather quick. 74 degrees outside. It's creeping up. Relative humidity 75. It's dropping a little bit. That's a nice sign. Winds are out of the southeast at 8. Barometric pressure is falling. Remember, we've got a chance of thunderstorms this afternoon, and then going into this evening, the chance grows greater at about 50%. There's still a 50% chance of thunderstorms hanging around tomorrow. And then Friday and Saturday. Look for that cool air on Wednesday, 74. It's going to be 54 when you get up on Wednesday morning. Hey, you want to see us on your local cable system? Give them a call and say, I want to see TV 23. Go out and make it a great Wednesday. No, it's Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV 23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Something I feel when I'm right here.